Happy Saturday morning, my YouTube people. So, I am here at the farmer's market in my town, and those of you who have been following me for a while know that this in the past had been such an amazing place of joy for me. And the last few weeks, I really haven't gone. I haven't been going much. And they've moved the market in the town that I live in, and I'm sitting here in the parking lot, and they when they put out their advertisements about anything, they talk about these masks. And I have gone without my mask, and I get a lot of looks. I'm just saying. And I feel like they can't say for sure that I can't shop here, but the uncomfortability in it is saddening for me. I didn't realize that the people in my town, the farmers in my town, would just jump on board this. And I understand, and I'm suspicious. I have to just admit that. Like recently, I had heard that the CDC itself is not a it's a an enterprise that is created, and it pushes these vaccinations, which is the further agenda in this. And I tend to take these conspiracy theories a little bit with a grain of salt, but here's the thing, it's like what I have experienced. Because I have a child who is in the autism spectrum, and I had to question whether his autism was exacerbated by the vaccine. And I actually don't know. But what upsets me more so than that is the fact that we can't have a conversation about it. If I say categorically anything, I am deemed a stupid moron. Like literally, I've been called all kinds of names. But anyway, I tend to be the type of person that is fairly thoughtful on these subjects. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't see anyone at this market without a mask on, which makes me wonder, like, I don't feel welcome. I don't feel welcome, and I think if I don't feel welcome, then I'm not welcome. And it makes me wonder if in time, like the way that they do these things, like there's that story that says, you put them in water and then you heat up the water, and they don't realize that they're boiling up by smaller increments. And so it makes me wonder if these smaller increments are happening, and there's so much like policing of each other, with kind of the glares that I get when I go around town and I don't wear a mask. I get these glares. I think I may be seeing a couple people who are not wearing a mask. So I'm not really sure what to do about this. I had talked a little bit in other YouTubes about I don't know. See, and sometimes I have to like wonder, is this true? But there is talk about in Africa, they are doing these trust stamps. So they're doing these vaccinations on these people in Africa, and these trust stamps. And like if we were to actually go to this, people like business owners could conceivably discriminate against and not sell you even food if you don't take on this trust stamp. And so I will never take on this trust stamp. Never. I won't. And so what does that mean for me? I had also read this, I had watched this certain I think it was a YouTube, I don't remember, Reddit, I don't know, remember where I read it, but it was on this Gardasil vaccine. When it first came out, they were doing these trials. The Bill Gates Foundation, they were doing these trials in India. And these girls were getting really sick, and some of them died. And so the Indian government threw out the Bill Gates Foundation. They threw out them out of the country, according to this document, or this documentary that I watched. Anyway, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I haven't been, because during the quarantine I was doing these weekly going live on my Instagram feed, because I was really excited that maybe we would turn toward our local farms for our food instead of buying produced foods. Like if you go into a grocery store, most of the food there isn't even really food. Like you've got some produce, you have some fruits, vegetables, and you have meats, and you have, but the majority of the store, if you're looking inside, you have like a lot of food that is just, it's in a box, and it's not the same nutritional value. And so I was really excited about the farmers market and us turning to and supporting our local farmers markets. But then it's really come to a dead halt for me. I'm really disappointed that, like, the people in my community and would actually ostracize me in a certain way because I don't subscribe to whatever this is that is happening with these masks. Like, to me, when I look around, like, we look ridiculous walking around with our faces all masked. It is the weirdest thing, people, if you really look at it. Especially at an outdoor market. I'm just saying. Anyway, just wanted to share that. Just food for thought. Anyway, love you guys.